Am I ever going to make a real video again? Good evening, YouTube. Here with you on this Wednesday evening, 9:25 in the evening. This was going to be a completely different video, but things happen. You know how that works. For one thing, I had to take Kylie to work after school. Today was the first day back to school, and she had to work right after that, 4 o'clock. So I volunteered to take her so I could get to see her. Hadn't seen her since she went to Branson for her interview, and apparently that went pretty good. So anyway, that was this afternoon, and I was planning on coming back and starting work on this, and I needed to get something to eat. It was about 5 o'clock by the time I decided to get something to eat. So I went to Subway, our local one of our local Subways. We have 3 here, so and bought a 6-inch tuna sub. That's my favorite Subway sandwich. So had that and a bag of chips and some Diet Coke. And I nursed that pretty good because I enjoy that a lot, and I like to take my time with it. And while I was watching, while I was eating, I decided to watch a video. My new latest kick on YouTube is South Main Auto, Eric O. I don't know how many of you guys watch him, but he's a very good, he's easy to watch. I mean, you know, and him and his wife get into some little shenanigans now and then, and his daughter helps him in the shop there. And so, like I said, it was pretty good. I watched, started watching him change an engine in a Chevy truck, and it ended up being a four-part video, so I ended up not doing what I was wanting to do. And in the meantime, I thought, well, you know, what I can do is plan some stuff out for tomorrow on the Buick, and I'm going to do that. My plan for that is I'm going to have to buy a battery for it, and so I want to get as cheap as possible, but yet get a fairly decent battery. And Walmart has about the best deals on batteries. I have also noticed that if you buy a top post versus side post, there's a price difference, quite a bit of a price difference. And I got to checking around, and I can save, well, see, the one I wanted was $90. I think it was a 2-year battery, 2-year guarantee, 5-year battery, whatever they call it. But the top post was $90. And if I get that in a side post, the exact same battery, basically, same warranty, same everything, I can get it for $75. So guess who's going to switch to side post? That would be the Buick. The only thing I really need to do is buy a couple new cable ends. I have the battery cables there. Of course, they have the top post connectors on them, and I think they're the type that you just basically unscrew them and put on a new connector, and it's pretty much all there is to that. So that's my plan for doing that. Excuse me. And so I plan on doing that tomorrow. They are supposed to come tomorrow to clean out the garage, so I'll have a place to put it, and I want to get that done. And I also I'm thinking about buying one of those float charger, battery maintainer, whatever you want to call it, at Harbor Freight. The one I want to get is like $20, and I thought that might be, you know, advantageous to me to keep the battery up in there in case I do want to start it, move it, or whatever. So that's that. And so that's pretty much how my evening went, was, you know, putting together plans for that. And I've been talking with Bob. You all know Bob. We've been cooking up things here and there, and putting together a plan of action for some stuff. I bought I know you guys are going to shoot me, but I bought four more transistor radios. I found a fairly decent priced lot. I think it was like $18 shipped for 4 of them. So I went ahead and bought them. I hadn't bought anything on eBay for a long time. And I thought, well, you know, I've been wanting to get some more transistors. And basically, I really want parts, and I keep buying these ones that look like to me they're going to be okay and workable, and so I always have to fix them, obviously. But anyway, excuse me, I think it'll be okay. Probably this will not happen until the weekend. I'm hoping I can get Kylie to come over this weekend. I think she said she had to work Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. But I really need her to come, because she had promised when she bought groceries this time that she would make hamburger helper, and she always puts it in little containers to where I can just heat them up in the microwave and have them for my dinner. And she did that with one. She bought 3 separate different kinds. She's done it with one so far, and I went through that. So I'm hoping she can get the others done, and maybe I'll have that for dinner. I don't really care to buy dinner out that much. I did tonight because today is payday. So paid my rent, paid my electric. That's all done. My landlord was a little bit upset that the car is sitting in the front yard. I think his main concern was the neighbors. I guess they had called him and complained to him that my car is sitting there. And I explained to him what happened. He says, I know. He says, I don't understand people, why they have to complain. So, I told him I'd be getting it out tomorrow and putting it back in the garage. So all's good there, I think. But anyway, I bought that some transistor radios. There's something else I did. Oh, the refund for the piece of crap glasses. I think that's what I'm gonna start calling them. The POS glasses has been issued. I did get $16 back, so that was nice. Glad of that. So actually, I never thought about that, but that purchase I made for those radios only really cost me like $2. So, because I had $16 in my account. So that's cool. So anyway, that's what. Like I said, this wasn't the video I planned on. I didn't plan on making another flapping video again, but things happen. So you know how that works. Again, the lights are not on the sides. You guys seem to think that was a pretty good, deal, so I left them off. I can turn them on very easily if I'm working on something. So, but like I started to say, the plan for this Fisher stereo is probably this weekend. Like I said, Kylie, if I can get her to come and take care of some stuff here at the house, and I will only have to take her to work that one night and pick her up, I think. So that will be good. I can get a lot of this done, I think. The biggest thing I have to do on this is test these 2 transistors that are not in there right now, obviously. And I need to hook those up, solder the wires onto the transistors where they're going to be going, and that way I can, like I said, test them out and see how well they're going to work before I even worry about the heat sinks and things like that. But once I know they're working, or they're going to work, everything, then I can go ahead and concentrate on the capacitors. All these capacitors, I have all the replacements for those. It's just a matter of unsoldering the old ones, putting in the new ones. And like I said, once that's done, I can go ahead and get my heatsink straightened out, and should be good to go. I still have a few more things to do to this besides the electronic thing of it. I got to go through the little lubrication on the changer itself, and I want to remove that changer from the changer board, and I've got to glue the piece back on the black piece that goes around that. Put some glue on that to keep that down like it's supposed to be, and change the light bulbs. I know I've got them, but I haven't actually put them in yet. So once I get that, maybe try to clean some of these. I cleaned one, and it seemed to help, so I may clean some more of these pots on here. And I definitely want to get, I know you can't see it, but this, you can hear it, I think. That's that tuning wheel, and I need to put some grease in there And that really is the only thing I can think of, maybe besides putting a sleeve in there. But I don't really know what I'd use for a sleeve. I don't have anything that thin that would be workable, I don't think. But I'm gonna try the grease first. We'll see how that goes, and if that doesn't work, then we'll try something else. But I'm sure Gary would understand if there's nothing you can be done about it. I mean, it's wore out basically, and that's mainly all it is. I think the grease will let it glide pretty easily. Shouldn't be knocking around that way with grease in there. So that's that. I think that's about it. I was watching Bill talk about his testing his Uncle Dorkel relays, and I thought, well, I need to go ahead and I was going to watch it in here while I was filming this, but that's not really fair to him. Kind of hard to do when you're, you know, making a video to watch another video. But I will go back in and finish watching that while I'm uploading this, and that should do that. I think that's about it. I think I covered everything I had to cover. One of these days I'm going to start making notes and actually have something to go by when I come in here to make these videos. But, you know, it is what it is. If not, I'll cover it in the next one. You know how that works. Appreciate you all watching, and I will try to get some work done on this fisher this weekend. And I may film some of the video of putting the battery and the new battery and the cables in on the Buick tomorrow if it doesn't rain. They are talking rain until evening. I don't know if it'll be a steady rain or what the deal will be. So if you see a video, you see a video. If you don't, you don't, I guess. That's the best way I do it, I can tell you. But I told my daughter that I asked her to make sure they were coming tomorrow, because that was the original plan, was come Thursday to get the car back into the garage. And I told her I'd go ahead and have the battery in it, so her husband Randy wouldn't have to swap batteries again. That was, you know, I understand his frustration having to do that, but you know, I didn't know that battery that was from, you know, used as of 2012 or 2010 was going to wear out that quick. You know, you'd think they'd last longer than 10 or 12 years, you know, so whatever. Anyway, this one, like I said, I'm going to try to take a little better care of it because it is a new one, and I'm going to try to put the maintainer on it, keep it charged up, and I think that'll be a better deal, I hope. And if I need to, now there is another problem I noticed when they were fiddling around with it. There was a problem with the hood, and I've never seen that before, so I don't know. When I got this car, it had a bad hinge on it, and I bought a set of hinges on eBay and replaced the one that was bad, and I still have the good one, but it was on the other side. I think it's the same side as bad again, so I don't know if there's a problem with that side or what, but I do have a prop that I can put on the hood to keep it up. It's not a big deal, and I can buy another set of hinges. It's not a big deal either, but I'd like to be able to, you know, fix it this time. And so that's a heavy hood. Anybody that's ever worked on an old car knows they don't. They're not like the new ones. You can't pick them up with one finger, but they are heavy. So I guess that's going to do it. Like I say, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we will, as Bill says, see you. Wow.